Doctor Who 60th anniversary special premiered a few days ago. And look, there's no easy way to put this, so I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you. They pretty much killed that series at this point. Absolutely killed it at this point. The last season they had for it, the Doctor was a woman the first time in how many years, and of course they're pushing some more kind of wrong crap in it again. But they decided to bring back David Tennant as he was the 10th Doctor for this special. And a lot of people were excited with the thought of David Tennant coming back, and the executive producer who actually had some really good stuff that he did before, and they were happy for it. Now, David Tennant wasn't the first Doctor that I met, because yes, I have watched Doctor Who, but I'm not really a lifelong fan of it. You know, it has its diehard fans, and great for them. I doubt many of them are sticking around now, but you know, okay, so it has its fans and it's had years of it. And the thing when it comes to Doctor Who is that what they do is that every time that they change an actor, they just put it like this. You will have one Doctor do a run for a couple seasons, and then they will make it like, Doctor Who constantly regenerates himself into a new person. So you get a new actor playing the role, but it's still the same Doctor, and it's a pretty ingenious way to always continue to move something forward. And this show has been around 60 years, so it's really good, and it has, like I said, it has its fans. It's great at everything. Well, let me just tell you, when it comes to this Doctor Who special, you couldn't pay me to watch this shit. Honestly. Because from the minute I saw the reviews, the minute I heard all the information coming out, I was like, nah. Because we know what they were going to do. Because the next Doctor who's coming next year is a black gay man. Because, that's what they have to be pushing, non-freaking stuff. So this is what's going on. So let's get into some information in regards to what happened with this. And I'm going to point out some of the absolute god-awful shit that they have done. First up, from bounding into comics, Doctor Who dives off the progressive deep end as latest special sees the Doctor lectured on pronouns and chastised for being male presenting, because God forbid he just meet Doctor Who. No, we have to make sure that we chastise him about pronouns and shit like that. Yeah. Wibbly wobbly timey-wimey gender binary, oh God. Yeah. Yep, let's get back to this now. Unfortunately for fans who hoped his return to the role of showrunner would see the beloved sci-fi series rediscover its story-centric roots, Russell T Davies has instead used the first special of his latest run on Doctor Who as an opportunity to annoyingly lecture, or more precisely chastise, audiences on a variety of progressive topics. None I'm sure anybody asked for, but no, they need to do that. Titled A Star Beast and making its BBC debut on November 25th, otherwise known as the series' 60th anniversary. Okay, so they go on with all of that. Let me get to it. Featuring the return of series icon David Tennant as the 10th Doctor, but actually the 14th, because, the last one was the 13th and it was over, so they bring him back now, the 14th. The episode begins with a chance reunion between himself and his former companion, Donna Noble, as portrayed once again by Catherine Tate, who shockingly does not remember her time at his side. It's not really shockingly, because at the end of it, she ended up getting the knowledge of the Doctor, but the only way for her to not, the only way for it to not kill her, because her mind couldn't handle it, they had to, Doctor Who erased it from her mind, so she didn't remember her time with him or anything like that. So it's not really shocking that's what happened, because I do remember watching that. Further adding to the Doctor's confusion is the fact that Donna and her husband Sean Temple are now parents, as he soon makes the acquaintance of their male to non-binary female presenting transgender daughter Rose, as portrayed by actress Yasmin Finney. Oh, Jesus Christ, boy. Oh, Lord in heaven's name. Oh, suspect. Why, God? Why? I mean, maybe somebody could explain this to me, because I clearly, it seems like clearly I'm never going to get this. I really am never going to get this, and I don't think there's anything to get, but, maybe somebody could explain it to me. How in God's name can somebody be non-binary and transgender? That makes no sense. If you're calling yourself transgender, then you're going from male to female or female to male. But then you just say non-binary. Non-binary means that you're neither male or female, which makes no sense. But so what exactly are you? This is what I don't understand. You're either male, you're either female. I don't even want to go around talking about the gender fluid and all kind of shit. So what? Today I have a dick, tomorrow it fall off, the following day it grow back. What? This is absolute insanity, and yet they keep pushing this like this is somehow supposed to be sensible in some freaking way or sense. I don't know. Notably, Rose's transgender identity is confirmed by a scene near the beginning of the episode, because they have to push that no matter what. Therein, while helping her mother carry some items from their car into their home, Rose is mockingly catcalled by a pair of passing young men with the use of her original name, Jason. They say, "Oi, Jason, you alright? Looking good, Jason. Give us a kiss, J-boy." To which the transgender individual responds by imploring her subsequently enraged mom to just leave it. I don't freaking yeah. But before you can discover any answer, so basically what happens is that Doctor Who ends up meeting Rose, and then they end up meeting some small white furred creature known as the Meep of all the Meep, which apparently was a star beast thing that they had in something before. Right, so Rose and them bring it into the house, and then, Doctor Who decides to have a conversation with it, which goes a lot like this.
Look after him. Right, I know her. She's looking after Will. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Meep.
Yes, the Meep. I promise I can help him get home and then you'll never see me again.
You're assuming he as a pronoun.
True. Yes, sorry, good point. Are you he or she or they?
My chosen pronoun is the definite article. I am always the Meep.
Oh, I do that.
Yes, because apparently an alien has to have its pronouns properly identified. I don't freaking know why. Because you have to have this person, Rose, having to chastise the about how, he assumes that this creature's pronouns is he. Who gives a shit? Why would an alien have anything to do with pronouns? Why would an alien care? That's some kind of human mental disease that you all keep trying to push, but no. But no. Let's chastise the doctor for simply saying, he. Because God forbid there be only two genders, male or female. No, that's a problem. You gotta go with how you're assuming his given pronoun is he. That's because you're confused about your life doesn't mean everybody else needs to be. Bloody hell, boy. So after going through the whole process of thing, and then, the Meep has to say about my chosen pronoun is the definite article. You're a freaking alien. What do you care? Anyway, it turns out that the Meep isn't very good and evil and has to do some kind of crap and all of this thing, and then a bunch of other stuff plays off, wherein once again the doctor gets lectured because that's what this is about. Let's take a look at that.
Yes, we know. We know everything. Thanks.
And you know nothing. It's a shame you're not a woman anymore. Because she'd have understood.
We've got all that power, but there is a way to get rid of it. Something a male-presenting Time Lord will never understand.
Just let it go.
And we choose to let it go.
Yes, they know everything and you know nothing. You understand me? That's what they said to him. We know everything and you know nothing. And I told them to say, it's a shame you're not a woman anymore, because she would understand that certain things a male presenting Time Lord wouldn't get. I mean, you got to ask everything that is great about the Doctor and just reduce it to him being insulted left, right, and center, because that's what needs to happen. Because he's a white man, they need to do everything humanly possible to just tear him down. There was even the executive producer for this show talking and saying that depicting people with disabilities and things, people in wheelchairs as evil is wrong. So apparently you can't be evil if you're in a wheelchair. No, that somehow, only non-disabled people are evil. That's supposed to make sense. This scene where this woman in a wheelchair, the wheelchair is like armored and she's shooting things out of it and all kind. It's like, what are you even supposed to be doing with this? Seriously, what in God's name are you even supposed to be doing? Because none of this makes any kind of sense in any way, shape, or form. You just insulted everything to do with the Doctor. You've literally chastised him for just being a male presenting Time Lord. Then you had him getting chastised for somehow assuming some creature's pronouns, because that's supposed to be really important. But this is the shit that they keep putting up when it comes to this show, and acting like everybody's supposed to be too damn stupid to figure out that, they don't care. They just want to keep doing this nonsense and destroying everything. So not to be left out, one of the shield meters that loves to jump on board with anything is the Mary Sue, who comes out to say, transphobes are mad about aliens having pronouns again. Explain this to me. Explain this to me. How exactly could somebody be a transphobe when they're with pronouns? Because I don't understand. This one they keep making these things about. If it's... Yeah, so the Mary Sue jumps on board and already calling people transphobes for not jumping for joy at this nonsense, even though, none of it clearly makes any kind of godforsaken sense at all. But they're perfectly happy to push that because that's what they do. Let's get to this and see what it is they have to say. You understand me? So there's some. I'm going to go through some of the tweets that people put out. The BBC have disgraced themselves by turning Doctor Who into a gender identity propaganda piece. Just remember their target audience is young children. Sad. Well, of course their target audience is young children, because that's who they need to go after. If they could get young children just as infected with this mind virus as the rest of them are, their job is complete. That's what's going on. Their job is complete. So this is what the Mary Sue has to say. See, it's not just that Doctor Who issue about all the possibilities of the universe featured something as ordinary as a transgender main character. How in God's name is that ordinary? Oh no, it's that said character reminded the Doctor not to assume the pronouns of an entirely inhuman alien creature from a species the Doctor was unfamiliar with. Woke nonsense. That's because it is. That's because it is. You keep doing this nonsense. You're trying to say that, chastising it for assuming somebody pronouns. Pronouns are not something you give to yourself. Pronouns are things that other people use. Then that is how the English language works. But because these people are just mentally disturbed, this is how their shit works. go on. Moment David Tennant Doctor Who is scolded by transgender character. Many vulnerable children watch Doctor Who. This is dreadful propaganda from the BBC yet again. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The next one here, the Purple Pimpernel. The BTL comments from Daily Mail readers on this story are hilarious. They're going to have a collective aneurysm when they find out Doctor Who is a gender fluid Time Lord. Doctor Who is not a gender fluid Time Lord. There's no such thing as a gender fluid Time Lord. There's no such thing as gender fluidity. There isn't. Doctor Who has always been a male character. Then they decided to just make the character female, and it was the worst season that the show has ever had. Because you couldn't tell a decent story to save your lives, but this is the shit that you keep putting out there. This one, next one here. I remember when kids used to hide behind the sofa during Doctor Who to avoid the Daleks. Well, they've done more damage than the Daleks ever could. Now they do it to avoid the lectures. For pity's sake, BBC, stop indoctrinating our children and grandchildren and let them enjoy their childhoods. Defund the propaganda now. Quite true. All of this, another thing here, I'm talking about some book that they have here, some rhyme book aimed at 0 to 5 year olds. Book start. Bear has been retired and replaced with Talia, a trans bear with they, them pronouns. I cannot express how upset I feel. Why do children need this? And then, of course, somebody has to come out and make it seem like, this is a big victory for them. Stuff like this really makes me realize that no matter how many battles we lose in the short term, we've already won the war. It's also petty and meaningless. All this whining over nothing. It's too late. Trans people are normal now and will soon be boring. Can't wait. This article, Doctor Who Time Lord's apology for getting alien pronouns wrong. How exactly is this supposed? I don't know, what war are you fighting? The fact about it is nobody cares. You all are trying to make it seem like this is something to care about. No, people just want decent entertainment and move on with their lives. But you want it in everything. You took Doctor Who. This was supposed to be a 60th anniversary special, and you reduced it to a pile of steaming horse shit. And you're acting like everybody's supposed to be upset for not loving the fact that the doctor gets lectured on pronouns and chastised for being a male presenting Time Lord. This is absolute and utter shit, and this is what you keep doing. This is why people are sick and tired of this nonsense. This crap is not Doctor Who. You understand me? What they reduced David Tennant to here in this is not Doctor Who. This is an abomination to everything that the Doctor Who mythos stands for, and you should all be very, very ashamed of yourselves. There's still 2 more specials to go. The second one is already out, but I'm telling you, like I stated early on, I'll say again, you couldn't pay me to watch this shit. Your thoughts on this in the comments. You have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell. Be notified every time I put out a new video, and I shall see you all next time. Take care.